The boy who chose fire over fate. 𝓘𝓼 was born in a dusty village where dreams were considered dangerous, especially for someone like him. His family was poor, barely able to afford 2 meals a day. His father, once a small-time mechanic, lost his ability to work after an accident. His mother stitched clothes for neighbors to keep the house running. 𝓘𝓼, the only son, was just 14 when he dropped out of school. He didn't drop out because he failed. He dropped out because reality knocked louder than ambition. His family needed money, not mark sheets. He started working at a roadside tea stall, pouring chai into glasses for truck drivers and tired travelers. Every time a customer threw coins on the counter, 𝓘𝓼 felt like the world was putting a price on his worth. And it wasn't much. He remembered how he once stood first in school, how his teacher said, "You will become something big someday." Now he stood in front of boiling kettles, not blackboards. One evening, as he cleaned a table, he found an old, rain-soaked English newspaper. Out of curiosity, he picked it up and tried to read. It was hard. The words danced on the page like strangers. But he didn't put it down. He took it home, dried it under a ceiling fan, and tried again. It took him 45 minutes to understand the first paragraph. But something sparked inside him. He began collecting discarded newspapers and books. Whatever he found, he read. He didn't understand everything, but he didn't stop trying. Every night after work, he sat under the streetlight outside the tea stall and studied alone, tired but determined. People laughed. Chaiwala scientist 𝓘𝓽'𝓼. They joked. Even his mother once said, "Beta, accept this life. It's what we've been given." But 𝓘𝓼 wasn't ready to accept anything. Not yet. He began waking up at 4 a.m. to study before work. He borrowed old school books from a retired teacher who lived nearby. That teacher noticed his fire and began helping him for free. At 17, 𝓘𝓼 attempted a national scholarship exam. He failed. The next year, he tried again. Failed again. The third time, people told him to give up. But he didn't. At 19, 𝓘𝓼 passed. He was accepted into a government engineering college, tuition covered. It was not easy. He had no laptop, no fancy clothes, and no English fluency. Other students laughed at his accent. He ate 1 meal a day and often slept on the library floor. But he never complained. He used free campus computers to teach himself coding. He spent weekends learning how to build apps. And in his final year, he created an app that allowed students in remote villages to access school textbooks offline. His app didn't just work. It exploded. It was shared by teachers, NGOs, and even caught the attention of a startup investor. 𝓘𝓼 received funding and mentorship. Within a year, his app reached over 1 million downloads, changing the lives of students who, like him, had no other options. He was invited to speak at universities, tech conferences, and even a TEDx event. The boy who once served tea was now serving inspiration. But he never forgot his roots. He renovated the same tea stall where he once worked and turned it into a free reading space for poor kids. He paid for the education of 5 local children every year. No cameras, no announcements, just quiet action. 𝓘𝓼 didn't become great because of luck. He became great because he refused to stay small. Moral: you are not the circumstances you were born into. You are the choices you make when no one is watching. The world may write your beginning, but only you can write your ending.